Alrighty. I attempted to pull some cards for your full moon reading, and so many kept coming out that I reshuffled twice. Like, can I please get like 3 cards? And still, I had 5 that came out. The energy is definitely busting at the seams. Like, even as I was shuffling the cards, it definitely felt like a whole bunch of everything. And then we have the Tower. The Tower is one of my favorite cards, actually, but as you can tell, there's a lot of destructive and chaotic energies here. I don't know what that says about me. Um, but I really like the Tower card because it will tear up everything. It signifies that everything is being ripped up, and that can feel really, really scary. But I've had enough Tower events happen in my life to know that it's for your highest good. It's for your best possible outcome, right? Like, shit is definitely getting shifted. Unfortunately, I did hear messages around job loss, like people losing their jobs. And I know with the economy being the way that it is right now, that can feel absolutely terrifying. But the good news is the literal next card is this Ace of Pentacles. So if you do end up losing your job in this time period, do not fret. There's another job that's literally on the way that's even better for you, that's perfectly crafted for you. And again, that just goes with this energy of the Tower. The things that are being taken away from you that you're trying so hard to grasp onto. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about the messages from the previous readings where we were talking about how people need to, release things or be open to different things and they're not doing so, this Tower card actually feels very timely when I think about it. If you were the person who never got on board with the messages that were happening before, who never got on board with the opportunities that were being presented to you because of whatever that reason may be, scarcity mindset, feeling like you don't know, this Tower, it might be a little more chaotic for you than it needs to be. Because another thing about the Tower is that change is going to happen. Like, it's inevitable, right? And so if instead of fighting it, you adjust to it, you go with it, it doesn't necessarily have to be this like absolutely everything's on fire, it's chaotic, what do I do type of situation. If you can learn to like ride those waves and like as things are being taken away from you, be like, I guess I didn't need that thing, and not fight so hard for what you know, for what you think is the only thing that you can have, like this part comes so much easier. This Ace of Pentacles offering these new resources and this sense of stability comes so much easier, okay? And one way to really get into those energies is through the Empress. So I really like this card, one, because it shows that everything doesn't happen at once. The blessings that are for you will take time. And what you can do in the meantime is plant those seeds, okay? One way to really figure out what seeds you need to plant and how to do so is by tapping into your more feminine energies and your more creative expression. So let ideas flow, be more sensual, take the baths, use the sugar scrub, be kind to yourself. Journal under a tree, spend some time in nature, spend some time on the beach if there's one near you, near a river if there's one near you. Like, really be in these elements of nature and abundance and stability and like feminine expression, and the things will come to you, okay? It's not something that can be rushed. In this image, she's pregnant, so things are on the way, right? Like, it's not here today, but it will get there for you, so don't fret. Back with this energy of absolute chaos, and there's so much going on, we have the Seven of Swords, where it's this energy of deception. Somebody's lying to you, or you lying to yourself, but people ain't being truthful. And so you might actually have to play dirty. Like, if you have been having issues with something that you can't change, you can't avoid, you're having issues with your HOA or your boss, or sometimes it's time to put people in shoes and go about your business. Sometimes it's time to just pray on it and give it to your ancestors and go about your business. Like, You cannot spend so much energy fighting a battle because you're trying to do it the righteous way. Sometimes you gotta lay your tricks, and it just is what it is. But also be very mindful that people might see the things that you do. So if you're gonna do something, be very unapologetic about what it is that you're doing. And in that sense, meaning that you have come to like some type of internal, I'm okay with this action. Like, you're not going all the way into the deep end. You're like, listen, if the girl gotta go in my shoe, the girl gotta go in my shoe. It is what it is. I'm not gonna hex her. I'm not gonna wish her any harm, but I'm gonna need you to bend to my will on this instance in particular, because I need the funds. I need the XYZ. I need the permit. I need the blah, 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 blah. Okay? But also being mindful that this energy of lying and deception is around you, and it might be the very person who is lying to you or deceiving you that you might have to lay that trick against. And be mindful that you may be lying to yourself, especially for still thinking about this tower energy and those folks who are, resisting that change. Lastly, the Five of Wands. And so again, this energy of like conflict. And when I think about this energy card, like, it's just the energy of conflict. It's just like, what are we achieving here? What are we fighting for? What are we doing any of this for? It's just this energy of like, we have to be at odds with one another. So very much in energies all over the place type of reading, from shuffling to end with all of the different cards that came out. So I would just be mindful of change, that change is necessary. Don't fight it too hard, because if you do, shit just gonna go up in smoke. It's just gonna be fires everywhere. You're just gonna be jumping from the building because you didn't plan an escape route, because you was just so, I have to stay here. I can't leave this place. If you end up losing your job, please do not go into a panic, because there's another one on the way for you. There's new opportunity, new resources, new money on the way. Be ready to claim this money that your spirit's been telling you for a long time is for you, if you just listen to them. That it may take time, but the way to get there is through creative expression, through tapping in with your feminine energy. You're being more sensual and soft and luxurious, and like just being very kind to yourself, taking bubble baths and things. That people around you may be lying, so please be mindful of this, but also make sure you're not lying to yourself. And if need be, lay them tricks. Sometimes you gotta fight dirty, and that just is what it is. That's just the reality of this world, because the energy of conflict is all around us. And sometimes this energy of conflict is just for conflict's sake. Like, you don't even really have an issue with me. You just want to argue with me for no reason. And so for that reason, I'm going to just put you in my shoe. Okay? I know that was a lot. But those are your messages. Happy full moon and good luck.